Good morning and welcome to our devotional time. Today I'm going to read from you in Ephesians. It's Ephesians chapter 6 verses 19 through 21. And I pray for me that utterance may be given to me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that in proclaiming it I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. And this is Paul writing to the Ephesians and asking for prayer. He has obviously been imprisoned because of his beliefs, and we've read through many of Acts and his letters about many of the troubles that he had gone through because of the gospel and how it offended many people, and to the point where society, government clamped down, and he found himself in chains because of his being a speaker of the gospel, as he called himself, an ambassador. And I'm reminded of Watchman Nee. I don't know if you've heard of him, but in China he was a pastor, evangelist, and was eventually imprisoned by the government because of his beliefs, which were contrary to what the government was wanting the people to be indoctrinated with. And so he found himself in jail and in prison many years. And the story goes that as he was in prison, that the prison changed his guard daily for fear that he would evangelize and convert the soldiers. And this fear came out of a reality, because many of the soldiers that guarded Watchman Nee ended up asking Christ into their life, and they became Christians. And so to try to combat that, they changed the guard to a new guard each day. And I am reminded of that story because Paul is asking for prayers. That he's not in a perfect situation. Life is not great. He's in jail because of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And yet he doesn't let that limit him. And I think I need that word, because there are times the smallness of some of our problems that are going on in our nation today, and the fears that run through my mind at times cause me to want to shut up and just don't say anything, don't get involved with this, don't mess, don't whatever it may be. And Paul obviously was struggling with that as well, and he was asking his brothers and sisters in Christ, help me by praying that God will give me the boldness to continue in the midst of these chains to speak salvation. And we know that Paul was certainly a bold one, but we need those prayers too. Maybe that should be our prayer today, that God, you would help me in the midst of crisis, in the midst of fears that want to attack me, that I would be bold for Jesus Christ, that your Spirit would just come alongside of me and show me your path, and help me today to be a bold witness of your salvation. There are folks out in this world that need the Lord. They need his love, his grace. They need his salvation. And we're the ones that communicate that. And if we're chained up by fear, that's not going to happen. And so our prayer should be like Paul's. Pray for my boldness, that I will be an ambassador for Christ, even in chains. Well, you have a great day, and we'll hopefully see you Sunday. I pray God's peace be with you. Bye now.